son for the county.
I'm from the Map Makers Guild, the Travelers Guild guys.
And I drive the main road.
Hey there, fellas.
Hello.
Searching in the sun for another overload.
Yes, dude. Yes.
I hear you singing in the wire.
If they enter your grounds and attack your people again, consider it Constantinople's full regards to kill them on sight.
Get over here, Rexy. Come on, Rexy.
Oh, fuck.
Is still on the line.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, when we showed up here and started clear cutting the woods, I was like, these guys are probably gonna walk over here at some point and tell us to stop.
I know I need a small vacation.
We're looking for mangrove logs.
Well, there's none here. Yeah, I don't know what happens. It's probably climate change.
And if it snows, that stretch down south won't ever stand
what is it? Riverwood's getting attacked. Riverwood's getting attacked. I'm like, what?
And I need you more than want you.
They're burning shit. They're burning shit up there.
And I want you for all time. And the Wichita lineman is still on the line.
Whether you're a casual once-a-year enjoyer or some flavor of PvP sweat tryhard, I'm almost certain you've played Minecraft at least once in your life. It's good for digging around in a hole, clicking on other dorks until they turn red and fall over, or to build your little dirt hut or whatever. Relatively recently, I became aware of a more niche usage for the game: social experiments. Now, using video games as a medium for observing how people behave is nothing new, but it's a side of YouTube that, frankly, I don't frequent. The closest I've gotten is enjoying Harvest Z's Project Zomboid videos. So, when I became aware of Joyful's Rise of Civilizations event hosted by the Rift Events Discord, my interest was a little piqued. I tossed in a Hail Mary application, didn't expect much of it, and was surprised when I actually was whitelisted.
You've got mail.
By the way, this event is what delayed any kind of upload on this channel. It's almost like getting involved on a whim in a month-long, every weekend social experiment with 1,000 other people might eaten your upload schedule a little bit. Now, I'm sure that there are at least a few of you who are not necessarily sold yet. This is so far removed from any of the content that I usually do on this channel. I am, of course, aware of the irony of me making this type of video specifically. In a way, I'm also sort of breaking containment here. For the most part, we cover single-player stuff, but a constant through line in all these videos is often culture, how people organize themselves in these settings. A little seasoning of anthropology here and there. It's, I think, more than a passing love affair for the channel, and I figured this would be a good way to branch out a bit and try something new. Get a little bit of a modern first-hand experience, specifically in regards to this particular event. No script, limited rules, 1,000 players, one life with revives that get more expensive, a stamina meter that drains whenever certain actions are taken. There was a laundry list of major and minor changes to reformat the medium of Minecraft into something that would better encourage cooperation between players. The stated purpose of the event, after all, was to see what type of organizational structures would pop up. If you'd like to hear more about the concept behind the event, you should check out Joyful's original run of videos about the topic if you haven't already. And if you are still not sold, I promise this is entertaining. Here is a list of things that occurred in one shape or another throughout the course of the event. Espionage, a NATO-type organization, false flag attacks, bandits, war, including refugees, at least one instance I'm aware of terrorism, humanitarian efforts in response to the war and the refugees and the terrorism, and then, just to tie it all in a neat bow, marriage. For some reason. A lot of it towards the end. I have no idea why. So if you want to stick around for any of that, there you go. This will probably be 2 to 3 videos surrounding my POV of the event. The format will simply be me sitting outside in the cold under multiple layers of hoodies that make me look pregnant, recapping what happened in the few sessions, intercut with footage of the actual thing. This video will really only cover the first session just to lay the foundations for the major events that'll come in the later ones. Early on, I decided that this wouldn't be a comprehensive history and that I would endeavor simply to assemble my perspective. This comes, of course, with the caveat that this will most likely be a biased, incomplete account of things. I encourage you to seek out other people's videos about the Joyfuul event if any exist. Shit, I hope some of the major players pop up in the comments section and refute some of the timelines I lay down. I never really reached the upper echelons of any group, so there were some conversations I just wasn't privy to. Additionally, and I only say this because I'm aware of how the internet works, don't fucking bother anybody involved in this thing. I honestly had a great time over the course of the event, and everyone involved, ally or adversary, were an integral part of that. These are real people, not fictional characters. Fucking behave yourselves, okay? Now, the application mentioned that they didn't want anyone with any kind of internet presence to change the course of the event by being recognized, and it was encouraged that you should operate under a pseudonym, change your Minecraft account username, that kind of thing. I frankly didn't think this would happen simply because this is so far removed from my little corner of the internet. I'm fairly certain most of these people have never even heard of Kenshi or Star Sector or whatever, but regardless, I covered my bases and changed my name. So if you're from Rift and you encounter Dr. Nefarious MD, that was me. Alright, that's enough waffling. Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Alright, Joyfuul Minecraft Day 1. For the uninitiated, there are chickens just out of frame over there, so if you hear some squawking, you're not psychotic. So, first day, I spawned on like a small spruce island with a guy called Dale Nur. Very nice dude. I would see him now and again, as is like sort of the thing with people in my spawn group. I would just run into him in random places like way later in the event.
Honestly, like I kind of envy you a little bit here because I kind of wish that I didn't join the events. Like I had a great experience. It was really fun, but everything was kind of like not polished. There was lots of like changes that were happening. This should be a lot more polished, and there's way more people. So I'm just like, I'm hoping that it's like a lot more interesting and cool and a better experience. Because on the first test event, the first hour was like, I'm not even lying, dude, like the most fun I've ever had playing Minecraft.
Really?
And I've been playing it for like 12 years. Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe the switches will get released and we'll just end up... Oh, I can move, dude, I can move.
You can move, sick. All right.
We're loose.
Dr. Nefarious.
Yeah, very trustworthy, very trustworthy.
very.
Okay, I think it's just the three of us, by the way, on this little island.
I think so. Hey, I mean, honestly, not a bad spot to start.
Yeah, to be honest.
Could be worse. Yeah, could definitely be worse.
Oh shit! Hey man, it's cool. It's cool. We don't have to fight.
Hello. I thought, what?
Oh, I thought I saw you. I thought you were swinging a sword out there. I thought you were being hostile.
It's a stick. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
No.
This thing kept happening, where my little group on our island, there's maybe like 5 or 6 of us. We start collecting up, little bits of gear from the shoreline. PvP was off, so we couldn't kill each other. But, we dig our first night 1 hole, hang out, chat some shit. And then, somebody from the next island over comes over and goes, oh, hey.
There's like a bunch of all of us, like on the other side of this island over here.
Oh,
Okay,
awesome.
okay. Okay, so we go over there, group up with them. Hey, another person comes up. There's a group of 20 guys over here on the beach over here. So these little groups started, congealing into this big mega group that would eventually become Riverwood. Man, there's actually like a...
So interesting.
I haven't seen any of these people's player models yet. This is like a totally different group.
Interesting. Now the bots are kind of buggy.
Ah, there's a full-on operation here.
Dude, there's so many people in this area. I think, as is sort of the custom in most, social scenarios where nobody really knows anybody else and everyone's a little socially awkward, really the people who spoke up first and were the loudest were the ones who everybody followed. The first guy to go...
What team are you guys from?
It's not for sure.
We don't have a team, we're just a lot of
One of
people.
them. Yeah, I don't think there's a
You guys don't have a team?
No.
No, it's just a ton of people that way.
You guys want to join my team? You want to join our team?
There's like 40 people that way.
Yeah,
There's like 15, 20 people that way. And we're in a better
We should
spot.
low-key combine, because we're stronger together.
Hey, creeper.
Behind us,
Creeper.
Holy shit! That's who everybody would start listening to, basically for the rest of the event, which is interesting. In hindsight, in that first clip, the guy who I'm talking about is Ghost, who would go on to become literally like the leader of the Riverwood faction later on in the event. Spoiler. Pretty early on, somebody starts inviting everybody in the area to a Discord. And the thing that I'll say about this is that it was very pre-prepared, clearly. Like, okay, you couldn't pre-team in the event, so I'm sure that wasn't the case. That's not what I'm saying. It looks like whoever had plans to enter this event and start a Discord had done so well in advance. There were roles and like hidden channels for people with certain roles. It was all divided up by like what have you. So it seems like whoever started the Riverwood Discord, or what would go on to become the Riverwood Discord, had sort of pre-prepared in advance to lead a group, form a group. I don't know. I'm just delivering the data. Then the conversation starts of how this little group's going to organize itself. You know, the handful of people that had been the ones stepping forward to talk were the ones who hopped into this Discord stage to have like a chat about how we would organize ourselves going forward. And I have this recorded, and I can't show it because frankly there's a handful of people in it who I may or may not get permission from. We'll see if it's here or not. But it doesn't, it sounds bad, I'll say that much, because the almost immediately people are saying, you know, democracy is good and all, but it's not efficient, you know, we need to have like one guy at the top and maybe a couple. They didn't even want to use the word like counselors. They had to settle on the word ministers instead of like, you know, minister of mining and the minister of like farming or whatever, because the idea of like forming a democratic council where people voted on stuff was seen as like a delaying tactic, like, or it was too getting in the way of resource gathering. I understood what they were getting at the time, but I think as like a regular outsider, it put me off almost immediately. But I think the thing of note, right, is the authentic culture of the Rift events Discord, or I suppose Minecraft communities in general, in that they were not talking about like, you know, doing this as their little like autocratic state LARP or whatever. It was more like, how do we organize ourselves in a way that best befits like resource gathering and putting ourselves in a good condition to compete with the rest of the people in the server. Now, this does presuppose that there's going to be conflict or combat, which I suppose is not the worst idea in a Minecraft setting where people just grief or do whatever. There were purposefully no rules, so it wasn't the worst idea in the world. But I think the thing that was sort of passively interesting to me, or the thing that I noticed later on, or gleaned from this later on, is that I came into this event from the angle of like a social experiment, or like, I don't know, like a mock UN or something. And these guys were coming at it from the angle of like competitive Minecraft gameplay. The thing that really solidified like where I was for me later on in the event was when I'm an outsider to this Rift events community. There's like, I don't know, a couple thousand people in there. And so I really wanted to get a feel for the culture of the place to sort of get a vibe on how I should adjust my behavior going forward. And one of the things I noticed, like I'd be chatting with some guys from the group I would join later on, and then there was like a walls event, you know, a Minecraft game night essentially, where it's like two teams and then the wall in the middle falls down and then you fight, right? And the thing I noticed about that was like, I'm chatting with the guys, we're goofing off, and then like 15 minutes later, we're joining the Minecraft event. The thing starts, and it's like vibe change immediately. It becomes competitive. Where are you? What are you doing? Get down in the mines, brother. If I don't see a goddamn pickaxe in your hand and you're not delivering resources back into the communal chest, you are fucking cut, my man. Okay? It's I won't say cutthroat, but it was a little more. A little more, how do I say, competitive than I had expected. So with that, like, light, it becomes easier to understand the sort of, like, oligarchical, autocratic bend that the honestly, most of the major factions in the game would take, because it's about efficiency. And I suppose we'll talk more about this later when another event comes up, maybe in the second video. But, yeah, interesting to see what little types of communities came about in this box. But for session 1, they couldn't even decide like on how big the government would be, and big is relative in this sense compared to like one guy is the king or like one guy is the king plus like 5 ministers of like whatever duty, you know. So they just put it on hold and they say first session, the quartermaster, which was a concept that was talked about before the event even started, like the idea that you would need a guy to be in charge of managing and protecting your resources, which this is one of the stage chats they had that I didn't have the opportunity to attend. But for the first session for Riverwood, the quartermaster was king. He knew what resources we were lacking, what we needed, so that guy is the guy that's in charge. I was a little apprehensive about it, I'm not going to lie. Like, I didn't have, in hindsight, I can say, oh, this is about efficiency or whatever, and, you know, still a little eyebrow raise even in that context, but I didn't have that foresight or that information at the start, and so all I was really left with was, you know...
Right, okay, so in case if you're all kind of wondering how it's working right now, Zark is just going to be the temporary leader for today, because he's the quartermaster, he knows what we need. So, we're going to have 2 sections of people, miners and farmers. Mining includes stone and wood and just kind of natural resources. Farming just includes, you know, farming. So...
have they figured it out? Are they going to put, like, Discord links up over there? What the hell are these guys doing?
I think they're still organizing.
Okay.
I think the best strategy is probably go up, get a little bit of, just get yourself settled a little bit, and then by the time let the people who really desperately want to be leaders kind of work out the kinks.
I feel like that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the phrases like democracy is something we can do later. Democracy is inefficient. We can't really afford that right now. You know, it put me off, and it put a couple of people off, at least like 1 or 2 guys, because I started having conversations with a couple of dudes around, and, you know, at least some people were off put. Specifically, I'm talking about a funny little encounter I had post Discord stage with a guy called Wilhelm, and I could see him sort of like swiveling around and looking at other people in the crowd, like post Discord stage, which, by the way, if any of the Rift team, yes, I know Discord stages were not supposed to be a thing during the event. This was day 1. It was done in before that rule, I think, was widespread or well known about. So no foul play there. I'm not trying to expose anybody. But I sort of like pull Wilhelm aside. Is somebody I talked to like once or twice before this, and I just wanted to gauge like how he felt about it.
Yeah.
Hey Doc, what do you think?
Alright.
What the fuck's going on?
I've been watching.
It's here, step away, step away.
More seats is freedom,
I
right?
need a team of.
I have no idea what you just said.
These guys,
Yeah, it takes more seats
they were
to
just
breathe,
talking
right?
in the Discord about like
Yeah, 8 each.
Yeah,
organized. Were you in the chat just now?
a little bit. Got too tired for me.
Yeah. I think they've pretty much decided who's running the show at this point.
More or less. I think they heard temple economy getting thrown around. So
I did.
We
Yeah.
really are going Bronze Age with this business.
The phrase "we don't have the luxury of a democracy" was said more than once.
That's
That was crazy. I mean, I get it. I get what they're getting at. Like,
I do. I understand that.
I'm not, yeah.
Willem.
Yo,
It's just a little bit funny.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
I think there is a general vibe of doubt going on. There's a little bit of doubt, but I think mostly everybody's just apprehensive from the initial session, you know? I don't like the phrasing of "we don't have time for democracy," but I'm also a human being who lives in the modern era and appreciates a level of freedom. So I think their organizational strategy insofar as collecting resources is good, but isn't that also why society is organized in that way in the ancient days, you know, for collection of resources? We may just be unintentionally repeating the failures of the past. Also, I have no idea where any of my original group went. I think they went somewhere else. They might be up on the mountaintop. But still, the vibes were decent. You know, it was early on in the event. Everybody was sort of excited. We're still goofing off and hanging out. And it was at this point that I started to hear people saying, like, oh, I came from over here. You know, there's another village in this direction, or I came from off this way. I think there's a group off to the south who's doing something. And I started getting really interested in, like, where are these little... we were, like, you know, 50 or so people in an event of 1,000 at full capacity. I think the first event was, like, 800 or so people, maybe 750, something like that. And so I thought there is a whole server out there that we don't know what they're doing, and I frankly would like to see it. So I started lightly exploring around the immediate area. Hey man, you guys associated with the town down there at the bottom of the hill? or no?
No, we're not. We're not.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks. I saw you guys started building here, and then basically a mass exodus from the other direction, and these dudes showed up in your spot.
Anyways, I'm just looking for an area where I can build my pub because my goal is to bring people, especially every single nation around the Savannah Bio. I want to bring people together by using a pub. Use my pub as a conflict area where they can sort it out.
That's probably a smart idea.
Don't want to be part of any nation. I just want to build a pub and give people like not definitely non-alcoholic drinks. You know?
Yeah, a lot of water being served in there.
A lot of water.
It's a big world out there. I did like Dale's idea of traveling around. The thing I said about being a caravan did sound fairly enticing, actually. I think I'd like to see a lot of the places. The town is sort of popping up a bit. I like that little settlement over on the other island. I do sort of appreciate how self-serious these guys are. I do like that they were dissuading a LARP, you know, like democracy LARP, what they were saying in there. I think I agree with keeping that sort of role-play behavior down if we're trying to organize ourselves in a way that results in us winning, or whatever constitutes winning in this. I do feel bad for those guys up on the mountaintop. They're fucked. They are. If this nation starts to get a little starts to eyeball the borders, those guys are the first ones getting annexed, man. I did notice some oak on the other side of this mountain range. I'll probably pop over there and grab some. I really think at this point I wanted to know what my options were. And I was sort of pseudo-worried about the direction that Riverwood was taking at the time. And so I started marching around and just spreading the word.
They're like islands. There's like...
Yeah, I spawned over there.
Hey there, guys.
Down a boat.
Oh shit.
Oh, you want a boat? Yeah, I got a boat.
Yeah,
what's up?
What's up, man? What do you guys got going on here?
We're the what do we call the coast side? Yeah,
coast
the
side.
coast side.
All right, okay. So you guys aren't associated with... I don't recognize any of your usernames. This is crazy. There's like a 50, 60 man settlement that direction.
Yeah.
What?
We're separate.
Wait, I want to check that out.
Yeah. These guys got a Discord and everything. It's called Riverwood.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I've been hearing about them. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Not too... I think I'll do my due diligence, and I don't know if this constitutes a diplomatic incident or not, but in the Discord, these guys were talking about the phrases... democracy is something we can do later was uttered at least once. So,
Okay.
I think they've pretty much figured out who's running the show down there. I figured I'm just kind of just walking around and checking stuff out and seeing who's in the area.
Yeah.
Knowledge is power and all that.
Fair enough.
But
Do we have to worry about them? Are they peaceful?
I don't think they're aggressive. I'll say that much. I think they've decided who is running the show. I'll say that much. But you know. I just keep an eye on it. I'd say take a walk through the town square, listen to some gossip, try and make your own decision about whether you're gonna trust those
Are they
dudes or not.
they're in like the savannah?
Over that mountain range, you can't miss it. Over the other side. I just thought I'd let you guys know.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Yo, what is the hut for?
All right, fellas, taking
It's
off.
a mining
Best of
hut.
luck.
It's the very first.
Oh,
it's the OG.
It's our emergency bunker.
Yeah.
I think it is important for me to tell these people. I don't know if I'm breaking OPSEC, but I'm not married to this place. You know. Again, I think I was very diplomatic about it. I want to tell these people what the authentic flavor of the region is. They gotta know. They should know. They have a right to know. Knowledge is power, man. Crosswater was a close community that was basically like, I don't know, 100 blocks inland from where Coastwater was. The guy there throughout the entirety of the event, the like leader of that settlement, kept trying to hire me, which was funny. He was very entrepreneurial. I think he could see the writing on the wall, like there's a lot of people in this event, and my community's kind of small. I don't know, at the beginning there's maybe like 10 people or so there, not even that. And so I think he got it in his head, like, we need to start. It's the beginning. How we lay the foundations at the beginning of the game is going to dictate how prosperous my community is going forward. I got to get some people on board. Oh man, hey!
Oh my God!
What you guys got going on?
Nefarious.
I'm very trustworthy.
Yeah, your nips out.
Yeah, it's warm here.
The last time I trusted a man with his nips out, bad things happened.
Well, I hope I can break the mold and really change your mind.
I hope so too. Do you have a group?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm with them. It's sort of where I'm staying for now. Is that the Riverwood off over the mountaintops that way? You know about them?
The one with 60-something people?
Yes, yeah, that's them.
That's a lot of people. Like, if I was in that group, I wouldn't feel like recognized, you know?
They can't,
like, I feel like
there's a little bit of organizational chaos going on over there. We'll say that right up front.
I think I'd rather like stay in a safe, smaller area where like I can feel more heard and recognized.
Yeah, I'm just sort of making the rounds and seeing who's in the general area. Knowledge is power and all that.
Yeah. We got a small group right here. If you ever get tired of living in your big land.
Yeah.
We got hey Nova.
I will. I'm still. I'm on the market. I'm walking around.
Wait. Yeah. If you want to stay at Crosswater, this is where we are.
The sun starts to set as I'm like rounding the mountainside outside of Crosswater, and so I decide, you know what, I might as well head back to Riverwood and see what's what. I hope what I'm doing is not seen as demonstrable. Those guys live within a range of a superior power. I think they should know. They should know. Again, I'm trying to roleplay as little as possible here. This is not me doing this because I think it's, a fun story beat or anything. And I'm trying to check that part of my brain, the DM Dungeon Master part of my brain that wants to tell a compelling narrative. But I don't know, something just rubs me the wrong way. I'm getting the feeling in the pit of my stomach that says I need to do what I'm doing right now. I start eavesdropping on a conversation between me, Trunks, and Nerdinator, a couple other guys about some missing miners.
I sent this guy out to look for the miners and figure out what they were doing, and he went.
Yeah, I haven't seen the miners in a while.
So they spent like 25 minutes looking for iron when they didn't even have copper.
What?
And they didn't even find anything. So he said that some people have been saying to him that the miners might have joined another civilization because there's so many in the area.
There's no way we just lost
copper.
Yeah, I doubt that. But it's something we might need.
That'd be kind of ass.
There's a little bit of paranoia going around, not a lot of trust in your fellow man occurring here. I goofed off with some familiar faces until daybreak.
Dude, I don't trust those miner guys, man. I don't trust them, man. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
They're in the Discord. You can shoot them a Discord message.
No, I don't fucking trust this.
Listen,
guy, I'm serious.
darling, listen. You've been so indecisive.
Honestly, I think we're safe to just go for that
I'm serious.
I'm gonna go up the mountain.
They're fucking getting all the valuable items. We're fucking
right, but we have all the food. We have all the food.
But once they get their
they're keeping
gear
all that
and shit, I don't know, dude. They're gonna enslave us.
Oh, but we don't know that. We don't know
Keep an eye out. I'm telling you, those fucking minor guys. Those minor guys are real fucking
assholes. Don't be spreading rumors.
Listen to me.
That's just my opinion. There's a lot of paranoia. There's a lot of paranoia.
I don't know, man.
Listen to me.
He's going off the deep end.
I am all about keeping your head on a fucking. I'm whispering now. Keeping your head on a fucking swivel. I'm all about that. They're talking about like, oh, we can deal with democracy when we have the opportunity. Keep your fucking head on a swivel because
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. If we have the opportunity and they're still withholding it, that's no good.
That's why I'm doing this.
I can actually explain that. I was part of that meeting. Okay, so listen. Right now we have a quartermaster. They're just the leader, and there's two groups. There's the miners and the farmers. Tomorrow, or after the session,
we're actually gonna start making your government. Everybody has a say in it, so don't go crazy. Okay.
I'm not crazy.
There's nothing wrong with the government.
Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's
totally
wrong.
I'm
Nothing's
just-
actually
I'm-
wrong.
you know,
Besides
yeah.
the miners just being gone for a while.
I might have saw
about-
it's like a Facebook post or something, man. I don't know. I just saw
A
something.
Facebook post? Bro,
I don't know.
the
I
event just
saw-
started,
I saw
dude.
something.
It was
I saw
AI, dude.
something,
It was
man.
AI generated.
I don't know, man. Those guys creep me out. They're always in the dark. You know, they're always in the dark doing weird shit, man.
Hey, that's true. But regardless,
Don't worry about it though. Like actually,
Okay.
it'll work out. It'll be good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Dude, you know
I
your
just-
skin,
I'm
like,
all-
of this
I'm
is
all
made
for
doubly
temple economy
funny
to
by the
start.
fact that your skin is like you're like a miner yourself, dog.
I'm not a fucking miner. I'm a hard fucking.
He's a handyman.
I'm
He's a
not-
handyman.
I'm a handyman. I'm a handyman.
He's just blue collar.
I'm blue collar.
He's just a
as
blue
fuck.
collar worker.
I do. I go
Everybody's
around
a
and do
blue
things.
collar worker. There's no offices,
What's
man.
your trade?
We live
What's
in a
your
field.
trade?
And in the morning, I was relegated or offered myself up to help Nerdinator and Trunks locate the missing mining team and see where they went, I suppose. The interesting thing about this trip is not even the material concerns about like finding miners or whatever. To me, the takeaway was that there was a bunch of lore about the Rift Events server and maybe previous events in this sphere that I wasn't aware of that may have affected some interpersonal relationships or the course of the event as a whole.
But everything's going well with the miners though, right? Because we haven't seen.
They're having some. I'm right now in the Discord. I went into Discord chat and they're like finding duds. So I don't know if they're supposed to be duds, but seemingly there are duds.
Okay. So
Yeah, it was the same. It was the same thing in Skipalos and Survival State. There's like a ton of nodes, but like one in every like 100 node is actually a node. It's really annoying.
That's crazy. I feel like it.
Wait, which nation were you part of in Skipalos? Trunks.
Pantha.
Oh my gosh. You dealt with Chazzy?
Yeah.
oh, I detect lore. I detect lore that I don't know about.
Well, I was the shadow leader of Pantherium for Survival State.
Some deep lore going on there. What the fuck
Yeah,
are these
I actually
guys
ran a
talking about?
shadow government, and
The shadow government?
it was a.
These two in their lore, right?
It was a ton of
Hey, I'm
spies
lost.
from
I'm
other
fucking
nations
lost,
too.
man.
Oh yeah.
But I ended up hanging out with these guys for the rest of that in-game day. Did some quartz mining and stuff. It's still a block game, you know. We collected resources and all that shit, and then we headed back to Riverwood to bunker down for the evening.
Okay. You guys are messaging? I know you Polstarians message each other.
Yeah, of course. No, we are like we're still so much
Oh, Polestar, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Y'all want to know what I did with
dude,
Polestar?
more lore.
You know what I did with Polestar?
Do y'all want a lore drop for Polestar with
These
me?
guys in their lore, seriously.
I needed
Y'all
that
know what I
fucking
did?
idea.
Eternity, do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're the crown prince. That's why I wanted to slime you on like revive.
Do y'all know what I did with Polestar? Y'all know the angel?
Go ahead, man. You gotta explain.
you freaking.
You know the angel
Yeah,
for
we need to give us
Polestar?
context. Us who don't know
we-
anything, give us context.
I ordered some people to destroy that angel. I remember that.
Okay, well guess what happened? I was the one who took the gold from the crown of the angel.
Oh my gosh, beautiful.
I made a house out of it.
That's funny. Now we're
Bro,
gonna have a really good civilization.
Yeah.
I regroup with Wilhelm. The next like in-game day, I think I'll go back out and try to track down some more civs. A lot of people, man. A lot of people here.
All right.
Wasting daylight.
What's up, man?
No, how's it hanging? How you doing?
It's good. I've been making the rounds of. I've just been just walking as far as I can in the day and like trying to find little outlying settlements and let them know. Yeah, I'm basically just there's like 2-3 settlements on the other side of the mountain, like little groups of maybe like 8 to 6 people a piece.
Cool.
I'm really just trying to let everyone know where everybody else is. Like
Good, that's smart.
Yeah,
How's your
because
food doing?
I'm cool. Every once in a while, I'll just accidentally walk by the campfire and pick up somebody's kelp, and then not say anything about it. So
All right.
I've been getting away with
There
it.
you go.
But it's pretty good. I'm gonna wait
All
here
right,
for the
here we are.
night, and then tomorrow I'm gonna head out again.
What should we be doing right now?
Smart, what direction are you going?
I haven't been that way yet, so
Is he even there?
I figure I'll take a gander. Yeah, sure, man. Sure.
Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second.
Okay, come on. The exposition, and I need to find the
Okay.
I like that guy, man. He's ideologically similar to me. I think that's the part that speaks to me the most. And he introduces me, or I can't remember if he introduced me or if I started talking to a guy called Purple Trap, who had said that he had come from really far away.
Hello.
What's up, man?
I think you were mentioning you were looking around places.
Yeah, the last like 2 days I've been trying to get the lay of the land and see who's like close to us, pretty much.
I could. Which direction did you come from?
I mean I live here for the time being, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
I see him here.
I spawned like off in that direction on like the Spruce Islands or whatever that are that way. There's a couple
Okay.
There's a couple villages on the other side of that mountain, like 6 to 8 people apiece. I don't know if they've come over here to hang out or say hello. I think tomorrow, once it's like day again, I'm gonna head that direction and try and get the lay of the land if there's anybody settled down that way.
Okay. I could tell you what's that way.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like beyond those mountains and the mesa. So that way, if you go over that hill and you keep going a bit further, you'll find that there is another savannah village.
Okay.
If you go beyond that savannah village and up through the mesa, you'll find that there is a snowy peak biome. If you go beyond that snowy peak biome, you'll find a jungle. Now, if you go left of the jungle and you follow a river.
Wait. I'm literally getting a pen. I'm getting a pen.
Yeah.
So many places that I had not heard about, and that were potentially having their own conversations about how they should organize themselves. And I started thinking, we don't even know what this map looks like. This is like a giant pre-made map, put together by the guys at Rift Events that we don't even know what it looks like, and I want to know what it looks like. Kenshi heads, rise up. So I remove myself from the building team and decide to set out the next day to start drawing out whatever I could draw out in the wider world to try and, I don't know, make my own little map, I suppose. I get Wilhelm on board for this little maiden journey, and I just relegate the next day to exploring the places I'd already been to with him and introducing him to some of the people and places I'd been. It was really unfortunate because Wilhelm had to step out later in the event. This would happen to a lot of people because, frankly, it got really into the woods of getting involved in communications during the course of the event, and it became a lot. I thankfully had the time to dedicate to it, but there were not. I can understand how people would not have time to talk in Discords and in 2 days on the weekend every weekend for a month. It was a lot. It was a big ask. But before we could head out that next day, the miners return with news of the first death in Riverwood. Which, interesting wrinkle there, I suppose.
Alright, we're back!
We're back! Yes!
We're back!
Oh, shit!
No!
What?
He's dead!
From what happened?
No.
Wait, let him up on the podium. Let him up on the podium. Tell your story, man.
Yeah, get him up on the podium.
I unfortunately assist in martyring that young man, which in hindsight is very funny.
All right, gather up.
Tell your story, man.
No.
What happened? You have to tell me.
Somebody died.
We were traveling and we made a bunch of allies, and then we got into the water and there was like 10 skeletons after us shooting at us. And Maxie went to go help, I think, Popcorn.
Yeah,
and died trying to save him.
He's a hero. He's a hero.
He's a hero.
Do we need a wall of the fallen? Do we need a wall of the fallen?
Get that man a grave. Get him a grave and a statue, dude.
We need to make a graveyard. We need to make a graveyard.
Coastside reports that they had their copper stolen by someone called Gamer Elf.
Gamer Elf on the way.
Hey, so what happened with you guys? I know your voices kind of got drowned out in the crowd back there. What happened?
We're here asking about a player named Gamer Elf, because one guy. So this guy, Gamer Elf, when we were here visiting, he came to Coastside and stole our copper.
Oh shit!
So
I don't recognize the name.
And then someone else came by and told us that Gamer Elf was part of Riverwood. So we were just questioning around.
He may have just like
yeah.
There's too many people to honestly keep track. I can recognize skins and some names like Wilhelm, of course.
Yeah, what's he look like?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Like,
I was here when it happened.
Sorry, yeah, Gabriel, what's up?
Hey, right now I think from like when I don't know.
Aaron?
Oh, the white-haired elf gal.
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't seen anybody that looks like that. Like, but then again, I go out every day.
Yeah, I think I would recognize her Rerin walking around.
I've been around a little bit. I don't know.
A lot of people come through here.
Okay. Thank you guys for your time.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah,
of course.
I'll
It's
try
hard to
to-
get
What
it's hard to get in to talk to those dudes. And so I told him that I would keep an eye out for the ne'er-do-well and hopefully, try to track him down. Which was interesting because, god damn it, when I was going through footage of these first couple sessions, I saw that fucking guy everywhere. Every town, basically, that I ran into, I'd see fucking Gamer Elf there, walking in and out of the storehouse, probably stealing shit. It was insane. The guy was, like, prolific. Because early on in the sessions, they didn't have like a roster or an understanding of who was in what group really concretely yet. So you could just walk into places and be privy to conversations that you probably wouldn't otherwise be able to hear, or walk into rooms that you shouldn't otherwise be able to walk into. If you act like you belong there, you belong. And when nobody else knows who else belongs there, that really gets really easy to do. We find a couple interesting settlements that day, like up on the mountaintop, there were some mercenaries called the Free Blades. So, of course, you guys have to know about
It's too laggy for Sanders.
You guys have to know about the other settlement that's like right down the way from you, right? Those guys in the woods.
The other settlement, that's where?
Right in the woods, like on the other side of this peak right here. There's those.
Oh,
dudes.
behind us?
Yeah, I can't remember their. Oh Jesus!
Oh yeah, they're
All right, I'm gonna head off again. If you guys are gonna head home, it was good talking to you guys. Be safe.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so
Nice
much.
to meet you. Safe travels.
You're one of my favorite people.
Ain't he cool?
Nice, man. Thanks.
One of the best characters.
We found a joint Riverwood crosswater mining expedition that was what was supposed to be, I think, a copper or quartz mine. Would they mind if we came in to chat?
Yeah, why not?
All
I
right,
think
cool.
it's basically an open mining expedition.
Interesting.
Zero fake copper camp.
Fake copper camp.
Oh, look, it's a little joint venture, man.
It is interesting.
These got our PR boys then.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just demarcate this on the map.
Yo, Doc, they're up here.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right, take it up.
Doc. Being called Doc is crazy work. I can't believe. I can't believe they. Oh man, these are different dudes. This is like a whole operation.
Oh, there's a copper vein over there. They're pretty friendly.
These are different guys,
Yeah,
man.
we know these guys.
Oh, yeah, hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah, how you doing?
Long time no see. Long time no see, man.
It's been ages, dude. It's been ages.
Is that a wall? Is that a wall?
Yeah, I was talking to Physic, or maybe Psychic. I don't remember his name, but I sent him on the idea of starting to get some fortifications going. Seems he might have taken that to heart.
At the very least, to keep mobs out.
Very least to keep mobs out.
I returned to Riverwood when the sun set again to ask the quartermaster for some paper about making a map, but old boomer me, I had mistaken the crafting recipe and forgot that I needed a compass. So honestly, I didn't get to put together like an in-game map that day and just relegated myself to hanging out until the server was supposed to restart to fix some minor lag issues.
Like, have your names on the board for when we're like drafting people for the military.
What the fuck? When the server does come back online, I was privy to a moderately interesting conversation by a couple of the randos from Riverwood about the role of government in their event, and it was really interesting to hear, to get that sort of like laissez-faire, immediate, lazy conversation. It's almost like two guys just talking about the government in real life, which is kind of funny.
The way they talked about the government stuff, like, look, I know that some of the people who, like, you just gotta worry about going too far into role.
Yeah, if you want my opinion on it, we should. I think we're doing too much with the government. I think it should just
I think so too.
I think we should just decide one person, have them be it.
Jeez, they gave up on that pretty quick. It is easier in a video game where you just want to goof off and have fun, or at least engage in the mechanics, to say, I just want to hand off all this admin work to a couple guys who will handle it, and basically just leave me alone. But isn't that sort of the mindset of people in real life of like, I want to do the things that I want to do. I don't want the federal government breathing down my neck, fucking leave me alone, it almost immediately, the like real world anthropological questions about like how you view the role of government came into play. It was so immediately satisfying to see. But pretty soon everybody got unfrozen and we were free to move about the cabin again. And almost immediately I could overhear the head of our military talk about walking into a neighboring town and just killing everybody and taking their resources.
Talking about the Civil War going on somewhere?
No Civil War. No, we know about a Civil War. There was a Civil War going on.
The squeakers out in the jungle.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting it out there. I don't know who wants to play with a bunch of squeaking little kids, but if they're having a planned out Civil War, we have the military. We sweep in while they're killing each other. And we
Holy
just wipe them
shit,
all out.
man.
That's gonna be bad.
That sounds
PR.
awesome.
We can't do that. We can't.
Yeah, that's.
You know
what?
we don't
even have. I'm just saying.
Okay, a casus belli. We need a casus belli against the that we can like step
casus belli is that their children.
How far is that? And like
we don't even know where it is though. We don't even know where it is. Is the issue.
Interesting. Okay, right.
Obviously, they couldn't do it this session because the PvP safeties were off. Also, I think I heard somebody rip a slur in there. Maybe Ghost. I don't know. I am here to report exactly what happened, and I don't know if it was a slur or not, so I'm not safe leaving it uncensored. Fucking I don't know, okay? I did ask about the mapping project, but I think the head of the military just tried to pick me up and used my want to map stuff out as for like a military purpose. But I was pretty opposed to that. At this point, I just wanted to make the map and spread it around for the good of, the people. Everyone should pretty much know where they are and where they want to go. I think that would have made a more, or an intelligent society and informed society is a good one. So I was trying to do a public service, and I didn't want to use it to like mark out targets on a map for the oligarchs in Riverwood. The next day, I head north into the town of Sundance. They had this like really cute big sun thing over their town for most of the event, which is kind of fun. What the hell is this? This looks pretty developed. But they were having like a very heated political discussion when I got there, which was alarming. And again, I could just walk into town and hear that like uninterrupted.
Yeah, as organized as we are.
I have something to say. I don't know the people have something to say.
Let Gabe speak.
Okay. We do not need to pick leaders right now. We don't even have armor for the majority of the nation. Okay? Leaders the way we've been functioning right now is working. Okay? We've been collecting resources. Having one leader would kind of complicate things because it's hard for one person to manage everything.
International connections, by the way.
The thing is, if everyone wants to choose a leader, they'll all have different opinions, which will make us go fight each other.
Exactly. This guy actually has a point. The squeaker has a point.
But that means that nobody right here.
Lucky, I don't mean to like be mean or something, but it just feels like you're just trying to take all the power for yourself. Like everything was just going fine, and then you just
very
all we wanted to do
Kinda makes
is
my
we
place look
felt
really
that it
stable
was
by
just you two
comparison, to be
decided
honest.
unilaterally that you guys were just emperors, made the Discord.
There was a reason to be made.
Rough here. Again, it kind of makes it seem a little more stable back where I'm from. It's almost like when you have somebody to tell you what to do, you don't really get much opportunity to argue. And like I said, not for nothing, there's a lot of kids in there. I heard some younger voices. I don't think Sundance is long for this world, to be honest. I could be surprised, but I don't think I will be. Fracturous at best. I try to get some info off the locals and head over to the mountainside into the Plains Nation, but they didn't seem too talkative, which is fine. I'm just some rando from out of town. It's honestly what I expected. But I just spent the rest of the session exploring and encountering different little disparate groups of people.
Yeah.
Hey, Peppers, am I correct in assuming you're not from around, like, these parts?
I'm from Haven. No, I'm way that way.
Okay, all right. I'm sort of like a freelance map maker. I've been trying to question people like where they're from and what their place is called. Just before, I know it's pretty early, so not a lot of people have compasses to make like actual in-game maps. You know?
Yeah, we have a person making a map actually as well.
Really, really. Oh, I'd love to talk to him. You said you guys are off that direction, like in the ice or the snowy biomes.
Yeah, it's basically just straight that way across the map. It's in Snowy Mountains. We're Haven. We're the I think one of the top 2 largest nations.
Okay, all right.
I think
Haven.
first is Riverwood. I think we're second.
Now the question is arising in my mind. Am I doing these people a service or am I fucking them over? Because like the little villages, if they know where Riverwood is or whatever, well, they're gonna figure it out at some point. You know, they're fucking. We got a lot of people and they go pretty far. But like Riverwood, if they know where all the little nations are, they can kind of grab them up. You know, so I don't know I don't know if I'm fucking up or not. It was around this time that I start overhearing talk of there being another map maker, somebody from Haven, somebody from someplace else who knew about somebody who was also trying to, you know, draw out on a piece of paper in a Word document or in a GIMP or whatever of what the place looked like. And I was excited. I thought, oh, man, I got to share some of my local findings with this person and you know, share data, trade notes. It was really exciting. So I head south to where I think Haven is supposed to be, cozy little settlement.
Like, I mean,
that's probably a good, like, source.
Sorry to walk in the middle of your town here, fellas.
What the hell?
So, I'm sort of like a. Hey man, listen, you gotta wear something, okay?
Yeah.
Don't look at you know, I'm a little bashful.
I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at the headband. It's kind of swaggy.
I am sort of like a freelance cartographer. Before anybody gets like an actual map, I'm trying to just get a rough lay of the land, I guess.
Okay.
You guys by yourself? You guys from Haven, from Riverside, or Riverwood rather?
We're by ourselves. We are the one that's found in the Holy Britannian Empire. Is who we are.
Hello.
Okay, all right.
Is this the legendary nation of Brithonia that I've entered?
This is the Holy Britannian Empire. Yeah, welcome.
Oh my lord! I have truly reached the edge of this world.
No,
or
not
at least
quite. Not quite. Believe it or not, over that way, over those hills, you'll find another civilization.
Oh wait.
Yeah, man. I think it's called Haven, right? Haven.
I'm not sure. I've been there once. I didn't catch their name. We were trying to find copper. I didn't talk to them.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's them. Some people have reported that there's they're pretty big. There's like a 60-man group or something that way.
Yeah, there should be quite a bit of people, but you might want to check it out. I mean, especially for your map, though.
I think there's another guy based out of there who is also making a map.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people have gone out of their way to make maps. I'm from Korovia, if you wonder, but it's so far to the south that it would be kind of ludicrous trying to explain where it is.
What is it called? Korovia?
Fair enough.
Korovia.
Dude, I haven't heard anybody.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Nefarious?
Oh yeah, hit me with it.
Have you come across any coal veins?
There's a couple that Riverwood knows about, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any so far. I've mostly been overland, so.
Well, I can tell you this: if you know where Riverwood is, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what Coastside is?
Coastside, yeah, I'm familiar. They're not too far. They're just off that direction.
So the continent next to Coastside that looks relatively empty, right? If you go straight into it and like just go, you can't reach Korovia by sea travel. Unfortunately, it's inland. But you just go inland as far as like at least 30 minutes.
So from here, right? From here, you're looking that direction. Coastside. I mean, I can almost see Coastside
in that
from here.
direction.
If I just follow the coast. Oh no, you said it's inland. Shit. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to go inland, but technically it is in that direction.
All right, Korovia. I got the name down. I'll remember. Take it easy, fellas. Be safe.
We're about as big as Riverside.
Okay, all right.
If you wanted to know. But thank you. I will unfortunately not go to Haven. It's a bit too far away, and I need to go back before session end. But thank you for giving me this
Of course, man.
information.
Hey, tell them I'm making a map. If they got anybody who's making a map out there, I'd love to hear from them. I'm based out of Riverwood.
Absolutely.
Take it easy, man. Be safe.
You too.
This shit rules. This shit rules so hard. I love doing this, man.
It's not cobble, it's just placement.
Oh, man. The statue, dude, is crazy. Hey, man. You guys are from around here? Impact?
What the hell happened here?
Buddy, I'm.
We're basically as far south as possible.
Okay.
So
All right.
like, you can't go that way at all. You can't really go that way. But there's something over that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is. I've got it oriented.
It's gonna get pretty dangerous to all the RDMers.
Yeah, I know, man. I was just saying to another guy who stopped by Riverwood that tomorrow is the real first session because that's when the gloves come off.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think there have been a couple
I'm trying to
deaths
make sure
already. I've seen some people die from mobs and like fall damage and stuff on the first day.
Yeah, mobs are like our biggest threat as of now. Fall damage is just because people are goofy, and out of 1,000 people, some people are down to be silly. Well, we can check it out. I'm just trying to look for the acacia biome because I think there'll be granite there.
Oh yeah.
There's granite. There's copper. I'm trying to find copper.
Right over the river, man. Riverwood is this little like big bay or whatever. Riverwood is all acacia. It's acacia for a little while that way.
Have you seen any granite on the surface?
I haven't. I mean, I've seen a couple deposits. Like I've seen some blocks. There's definitely some if you go that way, but you got to be careful if Riverwood's mining them out. They might, politely ask you to leave.
Well, they can go. I don't know.
Yeah, you tell them what's what, man. Here, I'm gonna head this direction. Good luck, dude. The tip of the world. Border and 700 blocks. Holy shit, man. So this is the corner? This is a corner, then. And then I find what I believe to be the southwestern world border. Like I found a fucking corner, which was so immediately exciting. It was a concrete piece of information about where we are on the world map in session 1, which was so fun. God, I think I'm just a dork like that, a cartography dork. Those exist? I don't know. It was amazing. It was thrilling. That piece of data to say something for certain. Oh man, I am again. I think like everybody else. I have a standing level of apprehension for session 2. When there is some risk, I'm gonna have to start moving with a company of people. I think if I do any further exploration in the same way that I'm doing right now, simply because I think there are some people who would just cut my fucking head off. I've made some good inroads with the people in this area, but the further and further away I get from home, I think the more and more I'm going to encounter some people. And again, as the nation lines get drawn, not everybody's going to be nice as things go on. I think they're going to be generally affable and understanding to my mission, but I could see some people not trusting me simply because I'm from Riverwood, in this area at least. And then, by happenstance, I happen to encounter... Hey, fellas.
Oh, hello. Hey. Oh, wait.
What's up there, man?
Right?
What's up?
You're also making a world map?
Oh man, you're the guy. You're the person to
All
talk
of us.
to, right?
Us three. Yeah, us three. We're all making a roadmap. It seems.
Okay, yeah, sweet. Where are you guys based out of? The session ends, and I'd like to say that that's all it was. The session was over. We'd reconvene again tomorrow to play again, but no. What would become a theme, and what frankly led to the heavy delay of like any video upload on this fucking channel, was the fact that, of course, it didn't end just on the allotted time on the weekends. No, there were Discords, and there were people in the Rift Events chat talking, and all these like deals and moving and shaking would occur in between sessions as people talked about the event and their plans going forward. So any recap I would put together, in the day after the two events on the weekend, on a Monday or whatever, would be utterly inaccurate by the time the next event occurred, because, like, 4 or 5 or 6 plans that had been made in advance in channels that I did not have access to would pop off immediately, and it would almost be like this, you know, bam, like territorial raids, resource raids, diplomatic missions, invasions, false flag attacks. All this shit would pop off right at the start of the next session, or I'd learn about some drama halfway into the week and I'd think, fuck, that just totally derailed all of the like note-taking or organization I tried to put together about this thing in advance. So I just relegated myself to you know, waiting until the end to collate all this stuff. The Riverwood would later be renamed the Imperium Arcade, has a post-game chat, and my immediate suspicions about the loudest guys being in charge for the rest of the session immediately became true. Because, and again, I can't show the audio, I could reach out to these people and ask for their permission, but fuck it. They'll just have to take my journalistic integrity, you know, at face value. I really have no invested interest in lying about any of these people or slandering them. So, I don't know. The military leader for Riverwood says this exact phrase, word for word. Us on the stage here, we're basically the ones in charge of, you know, whatever group we were in, so, you know, we've risen to the top, so we can put ourselves as the leaders for now, because we're the ones people have been listening to. That was fucking quick. That was fast. What did Wilhelm say about giving you stuff and taking it away? Shit.
Keep your fucking head on a swivel.
I would classify the government of Riverwood into the ongoing sessions as like not autumnal, what's the word I'm searching for here? A leader who was minorly unpredictable, maybe a little warmongering, and a group of chattering viziers who had their own either well-intentioned or poorly intentioned plans about how the thing should be run. And I want to say that this was maybe the setup for most other factions in the game. Like, there wasn't many places that like collectivized and did communism, you know what I mean? Like, it was pretty much just one guy in charge, maybe 2 or 3 guys in charge, and then there a sphere of orbiters who maybe had their ear, you know? And again, I wasn't a part of these groups. I couldn't say that that was the case, but just in the simple way that I think people work personally, I want to say that that was the case. But after having that last conversation at the end of the session with the other 2 map makers, I would be invited to a larger group, the Travelers Guild, which would be the group of guys I would stick around with until the end of the event. Almost immediately, and I think this is why we were ineffectual in the opening sessions, our purpose was dubious. We had people who wanted to charge money to build roads or resources to build roads. We had people like me who were interested in just like collating information about maps. Some people offered up the idea of information gathering. Somebody wanted to control trade. And one guy wanted to be like an unofficial spy network for the Shogunate, another faction that was on like the opposite end of the map. You know, he had the idea to move us out there and put our HQ right next to the Shogunate's main base. So, you know, the purpose and like priorities of the Travelers Guild were like immediately muddy and you know, no, they were not really concrete. And I think that sort of weakened the foundation of our group almost immediately. We didn't have a shared goal, which made us a little ineffectual. But about the main thing that really put a break in mine and Bitso, I believe at least, was that they wanted to sell the map back to the people. And I thought, damn it, that's not why I wanted to do this. I just wanted to make the map so people had it, so we were all operating on a shared understanding of what the map looks like, and maybe that would lead to, I don't know, more peaceable relations somehow. That a more, you know, again, intellectually, or an intelligent society or an informed society is good for the goodwill of the rest of the server. So I would say early on, I compromised on my morals almost immediately, which was interesting to see, learn something about myself there, you know, put that in check. But that was session 1. And the purpose of this video is really just to give you a sort of blanket understanding of what my experience was at the beginning of the event. The next video will have a couple juicy events, that's all I'll say. But I was a little apprehensive at this point. I was excited, but I didn't know where the event would go after this. And I guess the only way to find out is to wait and see what the hell happened, for lack of a better phrase. All right, it's cold as shit out here, and I was just sick. I'm going inside. God damn it. Oh. And that was just session 1. All we really got up to was goofing off with the miscreants in and around the southern peninsula. There's a whole world out there you haven't seen yet. But that's about my piece for the rest of this video. Just to close it out, I'd like to say a thank you to my wonderful supporters over on the Patreon. Thank you to Thomas Bomber, Empire Doom, Interesting Squirrel, Galbatrix, Original Peter, Trench Gun, Eggs and Toast, Jesse Watson, Victor Sales, Alfarius Omegon, Kaylee, Seamus Folan, Biosphere, Deeger, T-Dog America, Codeine Popper, Lawnmower, Gotcha Hell, Second Lieutenant Akizuki, Rail Foamer, Lewis, Silent Rainfall, Syndicated Man, Jono, Sydney, That Guy No One Knows, Saturday 7, Sock, and Not Me. If I had to guess, I'd say the next one of these will cover the meatier events of the session, the previously mentioned espionage and war, but I hope this video at the very least helped you understand the shape of the event a little better. But that's all for me. Thanks for watching. More junk soon. Bye-bye.